Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Roll the intro. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to a brand spanking new episode of Bitcade. I am one of your hosts, Ryan A.E. Moore. Joining me, like always, is...
Sticky.
And this is Bitcade episode 45. 45 of these bad boys. We're on the road to 50. We're almost there. Yeah, welcome to it. In this episode, we are going to be talking about the Twitch leak. As of right now, the date is currently
October 6th.
October 6th, so more might be coming, but that is what this has happened just really recently. Literally, the article we're about to read was written today, and so we're going to talk about it as it's kind of just happened. So we'll see what happens. The next topic we'll talk about is Valve did a teardown and gave some details on the innards of the Steam Deck, sorry. And then we will talk about Pokemon joining forces with Universal Studios Japan. And so we are going to be talking about those topics today. The first thing, topic number one. The entirety of Twitch has reportedly been leaked. This article is from videogameschronicle.com, written by Chris Scullion. So to catch everyone up, an anonymous hacker claims to have leaked the entirety of Twitch, including the source code and user payout information. The user posted a 125 gigabyte torrent link to 4chan on Wednesday, stating that the leak was intended to, quote, foster more disruption and competition in the online video streaming space, end quote, because, quote, their community is a disgusting, toxic cesspool, end quote. VGC can verify that the files mentioned on 4chan are publicly available to download as described by the anonymous hacker. One anonymous company source told VGC that the leaked data is legitimate, including the source code for the Amazon-owned Steam streaming platform. Internally, Twitch is aware of the breach. The source said, and it's believed that the data was obtained as recently as Monday, which would be a couple days ago. We've requested comment from Twitch and will update the story when it replies. There was an update to the article, and Twitch did confirm the leak is authentic. Quote, we can confirm a breach has taken place. Our teams are working with urgency to understand the extent of this. We will update the community as soon as additional information is available. Thank you for bearing with us, end quote. And then the main bullet points here of what got leaked is the entirety of Twitch's source code with comment history, quote, going back to its early beginnings, end quote. So I don't know if that's the quote from the hacker, and I'm assuming that is. So it's their source code from forever, I guess, or all their source code that they've ever had. Another bullet point is the creator payout reports from 2019. Another bullet point is mobile, desktop, and console Twitch clients. Another bullet point is proprietary SDKs and internal AWS services used by Twitch. And another bullet point is, quote, every other property that Twitch owns, end quote, including IGDB and CurseForge. Another bullet point is an unreleased Steam competitor codenamed Vapor and Amazon Game Studio from Amazon Game Studios. And the last bullet point here is Twitch internal, quote, red teaming end quote, tools designed to improve security by having staff pretend to be hackers, which is interesting that was the thing. Yeah, I don't know what that really means here. I'm going to pause here for a second just to get Ashton's kind of word in here for right now. Those are the
Well,
things. How are you feeling about this so far?
well, my immediate thing is like, because all those passwords and stuff, they have all that information. That really sucks. That's why it's always good to have that two-step verification for your account. So if you've been logged in on a different device, you can't unless it's you get a code sent to you via text or email. So that's it sucks for people who don't have that already. It really sucks. As for like showing the amounts that each Twitch streamer makes, I mean you could literally just do the math and do that yourself. You don't need a report to show you how much streamers are making. It doesn't even matter. Some people are really mad that the streamers that they're watching are making so much money, and it's just like, why? why are you mad about it? You're watching them, you want to continue watching them, you support them in that way, even if you don't pay. Like, I don't know why you'd be mad. The only people who are mad are just jealous about making that much money. I mean, we're on that list as well. We are smaller, so nobody's gonna really jealous of the amount of money that we make. But I do want to take the opportunity to thank everybody who has contributed to us via Twitch with subs and donations and stuff, because it actually really does help. We've gotten quite a bit of equipment out of it to upgrade our streams and our videos. So thank you guys for that.
Yeah, it's now going into that. This article does go, I think, a little bit into more of a breakdown of the Twitch partners and their who's gotten all paid. So, but yeah, my thoughts on it so far is like, yes, the information that if you are a Twitch partner or a Twitch affiliate, your information is taken. If you got paid out, your information is this person does have your information. Now, what was publicly shown was only, I believe, the top 25. But we'll get into that here
From that screenshot.
Yeah, from the screenshots that was shown.
Everybody's been paid out is on that torrent link.
Yeah, in the files, yeah. But the ones that were shown on there are are just the top streamers that everyone has kind of known. But yeah, so going more into it here, some Twitter users have started making their way through the 125 gigabytes of information that was leaked, with one claiming that the torrent also includes encrypted passwords and recommending that users enable two-factor authentication, which is, we've all, now Twitch does tell you to do this when you are a part of it. Let this be a warning to everybody now. Please two-factor authenticate everything you have. Everyone does it now. And I know it's kind of just saying the same thing, a little bit of what Ashton was just saying, but Twitch does use specific apps that will do this. Like I do get an SMS message that says that someone's trying to log in, but I don't get it through text message. I use a website to get that code. So it's like there's specific things, and that code changes in every couple seconds. So please go and double authenticate, whether that be your Amazon account, your Blizzard account. Activision Blizzard has their own version of their like authentication thing. Just get your thing double authenticated. If you're using it with money, if money's involved, just double authenticate it. It takes a couple more taps of the screen, but God, you'll thank yourself later. But when shit like this happens. So, so the article goes into more in depth of how to do that. of how to get it going if you want to try and get that done. The torrent also reportedly includes Unity code for a game called Vape World, which appears to be chat software based on Amazon's unreleased Steam competitor Vapor. Meanwhile, Vapor, the codename for an alleged in-development Steam competitor, is claimed to integrate many of Twitch's features into a bespoke game store. Finally, the leaked documents allegedly show the popular streamers such as Shroud, Nick Merckx, and Dr. Lupo have earned millions from working with the popular streaming platform. What it doesn't include is money that streamers have earned outside of Twitch, including merchandise, YouTube revenue, sponsorships, and external donations. So if money was donated through like Streamlabs or through like another thing, that money was not counted in this spreadsheet. It's just what people used for bits and what people used for subs. That's what this total is. So that can even tell you. I'm not gonna go into depth of how much money people make because honestly,
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. But what I'm getting at is think about how much they made on this little stupid spreadsheet. They make more than that. So yeah, but yeah, and taxes are taxes, people. They still gotta pay it. So, but yeah. So the anonymous leaker has stated that this is just the first part. Which Ashton, I'll let you go into this a little bit more because you know a little bit more about this part than I do. Just the first part of the content due to be leaked, but hasn't stated what the plan or what they plan to also release. One cybersecurity expert said on Wednesday, which is today, that if fully confirmed, the Twitch hack, quote, will be the biggest leak I have ever seen, end quote. Twitch has regularly found itself under fire from creators and users who feel the site doesn't take enough action against problematic members of the Twitch community. Last month, the Twitch streamers called on other channels and viewers to boycott the site for 24 hours as a response to hate raids. On the same day as the campaign was initially announced, Twitch posted a thread on Twitter explaining that it was attempting to stop hate raids, but that it was not, quote, a simple fix, end quote. Quote, no one should have to experience malicious and hateful attacks based on who they are or what they stand for, end quote, it stated. Quote, this is not the community we want on Twitch, and we want you to know we are working hard to make Twitch a safer place for creators. Hate spam attacks are the result of highly motivated bad actors and do not have a simple fix. Your reports have helped us take action. We've been continually updating our site-wide ban word filters and help prevent variations on hateful slurs and removing bots when identified. We've been building channel-level ban evasion detection and account improvements to combat these malicious behavior for months. However, as we work on solutions, bad actors work in parallel to find ways around them, which is why we can't always share details, end quote. And that's the end of the article there. So let's go back a couple steps here and talk about the first part of content due to leak that the person said. Because I didn't know about this, but then Ashton, you told me about this. So.
About them bringing in like another second wave of information, or
yeah.
Well, I mean, I was talking with Tyler, as you guys know, Pluvio, and my cousin Michael. We were all kind of talking that it's probably like the best theory right now is that all this is all information they already have. They're not still getting information, because the point of this was to, put a spotlight on Twitch as long as possible, and a negative one at that. So it's they probably have more than that second wave, honestly, in my opinion, of information. the whole point is just to shit on Twitch, and they're doing a great job at it. I don't agree with it because this is people's like information. You're not just necessarily hurting Twitch. Regardless if they do anything with the information they got either. But like the other thing too is like, you know, it makes me curious of what else that they're gonna have in that leak. What's gonna be just as, if not worse, than what they've released already. To me, that would be something in the form of either, like Plivio was saying, like addresses for users, because you have to give your address when you sign up for Twitch.
Payouts when you sign up.
Yeah, for payouts, but that's like a ton of people. That's
Yeah.
a lot of people.
It also is
Um,
tax information.
yeah,
Because Twitch when you become an affiliate and a partner, you need to fill out your W. It's not a W-2. It's something else. Um, you need to fill out tax information for Twitch to pay you out because you do get taxed on that money. So all the money that we make on Twitch, we're not getting. We get Twitch gets a cut, and then we get our money, and then we
and
pay, and
Uncle
then
Sam
I have
takes
to pay
money.
taxes on it. So, but yeah, so it is a process of things that could eventually, I mean, if things go really bad, I mean, could be the downfall of Twitch in a matter of weeks.
It
With,
would have to take something more than addresses to do that, though.
I mean, because yeah,
Because
your shit's already gone.
the only other thing that, the only other platform that people actually take seriously as a video sharing platform is going to be YouTube and not Facebook Gaming. No one's going to
Yeah,
switch to Facebook Gaming over this.
no,
And that's
yeah,
not shit on Facebook Gaming because I mean they're valid. They have really good content creators over there. Um,
but it's just
it's
like
just
with big names like Lupo and Tim already made that move earlier in last month. Then it's definitely, or a couple months ago, I guess. Um, the it is definitely more of a pull, and most Twitch creators already have a YouTube channel for highlights and shit like that. So it'd be
yeah,
an easier migration, but you would see this huge wave that would just pull
yeah.
towards YouTube's direction. Um,
Yeah, I mean the other thing too is like, I mean everybody hates on Twitch, but I mean it's these problems are not specific to Twitch either. Hate raids are pretty much on Twitch. But I mean, as far as like not evenly enforcing rules and doing all that other shit that everybody hates about Twitch, just Twitch staff not being good really at all, which they aren't. They suck. YouTube is literally not any better. They're the exact same. The only difference is, I think something like this is less likely to happen. Something like built up as high as Google is.
yeah. Plus,
Um,
YouTube's been around since 2005, whereas
yeah,
Twitch has been around since 2013. So
yeah. So, and it's, I don't know. I feel it's probably less likely. I would trust Google over Amazon. Personally, I just think there's more talent over at Google.
see,
But the other thing too is I don't think that this was a cybersecurity issue. I think this was an inside job.
you think it's inside job? See,
Hundred
that
percent.
was a. I didn't really think about that until you said it before we recorded, and I was like, I didn't think about the shenanigans that could be somebody a disgruntled employee, which it's just insane that like somebody would do this, because this is
Yep.
not this at this point is like, you guys are terrible to the people that are on this website, so I'm gonna leak all of their information. Like that's
Yeah.
exactly what this person did. Like they're
But
like, "Oh, your communities here on Twitch are terrible people and they all should never be, creating the content that they create here on Twitch." And it's like there are I don't know. It's 120 gigabytes of information is not PDFs of people of who got paid out in the last 2 years. It's not just the Word documents. This is big stuff. They got the whole source code of Twitch, and what this person is saying, and I think is hoping for, is the fact of like, oh, now that I leaked the source code of Twitch, people can now use that, and then maybe they can use that source code to build their other video platforms.
See, that's where I don't understand. You don't need source code to make a Twitch clone. Like, you can literally just take the idea and make it. Like, it's not hard.
Well, it's not an original idea that Twitch has got right now. I mean,
No, it's
hell,
the only thing
porn
that's
porn
specific to them is
companies have been doing this. You got cam girls that have been doing this longer than Lupo's been playing games on Twitch. Like,
Yeah,
this idea is literally just cam girls and other like chatterbait clones, but this is just gaming. Like, and they have a set of rules.
The only thing that is specific to them is their algorithm, which any platform typically, like for example, YouTube changes their algorithm all the time, so that way it's not as like consistent. It's people don't take advantage of the algorithm, so it gets tweaked. So I mean, really, the source code, I could care less about. I honestly could care less. Who gives a shit? You can literally make a clone without looking at any other source code, just looking at ideas. I mean, I just got done with like school being a software engineer. I'm in no way, shape, or form like amazing at coding. Like, oh, I graduated computer programming. Ooh, it's not a difficult site to make. It's really not. In terms of just video sharing and streaming, like you could make something like Twitch with just a small team. You just would need a bigger team, the bigger the audience you have, to handle like reports and server maintenance and all that shit. So it's really not. It's not rocket science. It really isn't. Source code, I honestly care less about. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, the main thing is that information was leaked, and it is, the thing is like how much money people make is, I don't know,
Irrelevant. It's
yeah,
irrelevant.
It doesn't matter, because we live in this society where it's like, oh, you shouldn't tell how much money you make, and it's like, no, that's not how. The only people that don't want you to tell how much money you make is your bosses. Because if Ash and I had the same job and I went to him and I go, oh yeah, I get paid $20 an hour, and he goes, well, I get paid 15, then he's gonna go and demand to be paid $20 an hour. But if I kept that to myself, he's never gonna know. So it's like there's never it doesn't hurt because it doesn't affect me. It affects his paycheck. So it's just people trying to cut corners. So, and if you're thinking, oh, and obviously we're coming from like as a Twitch, affiliate, but if you're thinking that it's like, oh, I'm gonna not subscribe now to
they have enough money,
Nick Merckx,
blah, blah, blah.
yeah, because Nick Merckx makes X amount of dollars, and it's like, okay, first off, sure, he makes that X amount of dollars. Your one subscription is not gonna put a dent into his thing, and
he cannot get paid ever again and be fine for the rest of his life.
Pretty much, yeah.
You're literally there to
literally bought out a baseball stadium and did his own like hangout thing for his fans, and he paid all of that from his own wallet. Do you not think that was a flex enough? Like that he paid for it? He didn't have any sponsors, he didn't do anything. He paid for it. It came out of his pocket. Like that to me is when you're like, that's a good streamer because he gave all that money back to his fans. So like, there are good streamers out there that are doing good things, but
here's the thing though, in society it's rich people bad.
I guess so,
even if they're not. It's don't judge people by their actions, judge people by how much money they make. It's really stupid. It's literally dumb.
Yeah.
And we live in such a like society today where like you're not supposed to be divisive, but people are being divisive to get rid of people being divisive. It's like really backwards. Fire with fire or weird shit. Makes no sense. So It just doesn't make any sense. I mean, honestly, like, here's the thing: you subbing to somebody or whatever, you can look at it as you supporting them. You know, if people who are smaller, you know, that is you are literally supporting them. People who are bigger, you're telling them, "Hey, great job. I feel like you earn like a sub, $5 from me. Like this content is so good." It's like the rule of like a video game. If like my rule of video games is if I get enjoyment out of like 60 hours of a game, that's $1 an hour. That's worth it to me. I enjoyed a game for 60 hours. I paid $60. That's pretty fucking good. If you're watching streams all the time, from this one person you've been watching for years, and you have the money that you feel like spending, giving to somebody else, dude, why the fuck not your favorite streamer at that point? You know,
Yeah,
if
I
you
mean
just
that's
have
how
money to
I
let go
looked
of.
at it with Tim. It was like, well, now I don't sub to him on Twitch, obviously, but you know, I followed him over there on YouTube. I actually had to fill out all new information because I'd never have done that before. Like sub to actually like give a sub to somebody, or whatever they call it over there, following or I don't know. But yeah, because I watched him when I work. Like he's just on in the background. So I go, hey, this is the money. This is my appreciation to him as a viewer. And like obviously the big guys are not gonna be as affected by whatever you're gonna do here. But just know that they've gone a long ways to get to where they are. It's that idea of like use like Marshmello, the DJ. He was on Monster Cat first, like nobody. Like he was just a part of the DJs that was on Monster Cat, and then he got super popular while he was on there. His contract came up. Instead of signing with them again, he just went out and did his own thing. And now he's, you know, everywhere. I can't get away without seeing that marshmallow head that he has. But it's like, but some people look at it as like, well, now he's sold out. He's a sellout. It's like he's come a long way. And look at
No, he
your
just
Twitch.
succeeded.
Yeah, he succeeded, but he came a long way from where he was. And that's how I look at the Twitch people that are making all that money. They were here day one. They were here at the beginning of the time when the website was nothing. And that's why they make that much money. They didn't make it overnight, and they don't just make it every, like, this is what I've made. And, like, if you look at their growth, I'm sure you would see, like, oh, because they got popular, this is what happened. Like,
this is
I
what
don't know.
everybody else wants who
Yeah.
starts up in streaming or content creation. That's the end goal. And you're going to be mad at people for reaching their goal? I mean, that's literally like, I just don't understand. It doesn't register in my mind. Like, how could you be mad at somebody for actually earning where they got? You know, it's not like they were born into a family that gave them a huge Twitch audience. Like, it's not the same.
Yeah, we're
It's
still
not,
in that first generation, so there's no one's got that yet. So
yeah, it's even then. I mean, it's I just don't get it. Why people got to be like this? I don't. Who cares?
So, long story short, the Twitch stuff is out there. Please go double authenticate. Literally everything. Don't just do it for Twitch. Do it for everything that you purchase. Your Microsoft account, your PlayStation account, they both do it. They both have double authentication. Your Origin account, your Steam account, every single one of those websites does double authentication. Please go do it. Make your account safe. Do not get hacked. It's just another extra step of security, and you always know who's logging in. So please go do that. Any final words about the Twitch leak? I guess we got more to talk about next time, but anything else?
No, I think that about covers it.
Okay, we're moving on.
Paid $15 or anally fist a group of midgets once a day for $50.
Tyler, you go first.
So it's fuck some dry snatch for 15.
Yeah.
Dude,